Sister Wives star Paedon Brown is giving some insight about the day that he hit his sister, Gwendlyn Brown. This singular moment has caused an immense amount of tension in the family and between the siblings. So what new information, if any, is Paedon sharing? Keep reading for more details. Paedon Brown talks about day he hit Gwendlyn. One of the biggest problems within the Sister Wives family is between Gwendlyn and Paedon Brown. When they were younger, Paedon ended up slapping Gwen, which caused an immense tension between the siblings. She did not want to be around him, as she maintained she was scared of her brother. Ultimately, this caused a wedge, and it was not just a struggle for Paedon and Gwen, but also their mother. Christine Brown Woolley has always been big into her family and was the homemaker of the Brown family. Therefore, to see the dissension between two of her kids hurt her heart. Gwen vowed to never be around Paedon, and he was not invited to her July 2023 nuptials. She then did not attend Christine's wedding to David Woolley, where Paedon walked their mom down the aisle. He has since relocated to North Carolina, while Gwen is still in Flagstaff with her wife. They cannot reconcile, yet her past of bullying has resurfaced when she joked about abusing a sibling with a toothbrush. Fans questioned how that was different from what Paedon had done. Now he is opening up about that slap heard around the Brown family. According to Mill, he went on TikTok Live to recount this horrific moment between himself and his sister. The 26-year-old was very candid as to what happened and became emotional as he shared the details. Many years ago, I messed up. I hit Gwen. I slapped Gwen after some words were exchanged, and I took it too far and I slapped her. And she thinks that I might do it again. And she's scared of me, which is okay. I'm not gonna argue with her. I'm not gonna fight on that. Paedon Brown admitted fault and understood where his sister was coming from. He added that Christine has been working with Gwen as she knows he would never hurt her again. Making amends. During his live, Paedon Brown made it clear that he would never hurt Gwendlyn Brown again either, and he was firm on that. More so, he wanted his sister to feel safe when he was around, and that was vital to him. It does make sense why Gwen internalized the slap. She had confessed that their father, Kody Brown, had been rough growing up, leaving her bruised from the spankings. Therefore, she may have likened her brother to her father. Hopefully, Gwen and Paedon can reconcile as the family has enough estrangement. Do you believe that Paedon is sincere in what he says? And do you think it takes courage to admit when you're wrong? Let us know and watch Sister Wives Sundays on TLC. The world of reality television has often been a window into the most intimate details of people's lives. But sometimes that window reveals stories of personal turmoil and regret. For Paedon Brown, a former star of the hit show Sister Wives, this has certainly been the case. Recently, in a raw and emotional interview, Paedon opened up about a painful moment from his past. The day he hit his sister, Gwendlyn. This revelation has stunned fans of the show, many of whom have followed the Brown family's unconventional lifestyle for years. However, Paedon's story is not just about an isolated incident. It is about growth, remorse, and the journey towards understanding the weight of one's actions. The pain of that day lingers, but Paedon's decision to confront it publicly signals an important step in his own emotional maturity and healing process. The context: a family struggling with complex dynamics. Growing up in the Brown family was never going to be simple. With multiple wives and many children, the family dynamics were bound to be complicated. Paedon, the eldest son of Kody Brown, and his second wife, Janelle, was expected to navigate this complex world, filled with both love and tension. It was clear that the family, despite its outwardly supportive image, had its fair share of internal struggles. Like any large family, there were moments of conflict, competition, and emotional scars. For Paedon, being raised in such a large family wasn't just about enjoying the benefits of having so many siblings. It also came with challenges. The Brown family's unconventional lifestyle, where plural marriage is the cornerstone, meant that relationships between siblings could often be a mix of camaraderie and rivalry. Paedon, like many of his siblings, experienced moments of frustration and anger during his formative years. However, the incident involving Gwendlyn stands out as one of the darkest chapters of his life. A day that would change everything. The day Paedon hit Gwendlyn was not an event he planned or premeditated. It was a moment of intense emotion, one that in hindsight, Paedon deeply regrets. According to Paedon, the altercation occurred during a time when tensions within the family were high. Sibling rivalries were at a peak, and Paedon found himself struggling with his own anger and frustration. Though the specifics of the argument remain unclear, it was evident that something triggered Paedon's emotional outburst, leading to him lashing out physically at his younger sister. In the interview, Paedon described how the event unfolded. "I was angry, really angry," he confessed. "I let my emotions take control, and in that moment, I hurt my sister. I can't take that back, and I regret it every day. I didn't realize what I was doing at the time, but looking back, I know it was wrong. Gwendlyn didn't deserve that. No one does." The weight of Paedon's words is clear. It's difficult to reconcile the image of a grown man, who has been a part of a highly publicized family, as someone capable of physical violence. Yet Paedon was honest about his mistakes. His vulnerability in discussing the incident was a testament to the emotional maturity he's gained over the years. The aftermath, guilt, reflection, and healing. After the incident, Paedon felt a deep sense of guilt, but it wasn't immediate. He admits that it took time for him to fully understand the impact of his actions. At first, the reality of what he had done was clouded by shame and defensiveness. But over time, as he processed the event, he began to see the long-term consequences of that moment. The emotional toll it had on Gwendlyn, the rift it created between them, and the lasting scars it left on both of them. These were the things that haunted Paedon in the years that followed. "Healing takes time, and I've been working on it," Paedon explained. "It's not just about apologizing and moving on. It's about changing myself, learning why I reacted the way I did, and trying to make amends. It's been a long road, and I'm still on it." For Gwendlyn, the incident was also a turning point. While she has expressed her own journey toward forgiveness, it is clear that the pain lingered for a long time. However, she too has acknowledged the growth both she and Paedon have experienced in the years since the altercation. The Brown family, despite its challenges, is learning to navigate difficult conversations and reconcile past wounds. Gwendlyn has spoken openly about her struggles with forgiveness, but she also emphasized that healing isn't about forgetting. It's about understanding and moving forward. The importance of accountability and growth. What sets Paedon's conversation apart from many other similar stories in the world of reality television is his willingness to take full accountability for his actions. In a world where people often deflect blame or justify their behavior, Paedon has shown the strength to face his own flaws head-on. "I was wrong," Paedon reiterated. "It's not just about saying, 'I'm sorry.' It's about showing through my actions that I've learned from it. I've worked hard on myself, and I'm still doing the work." This commitment to self-improvement is crucial, not just for Paedon, but for anyone who has experienced a moment of rage or regret. Acknowledging one's mistakes, particularly in a public forum, takes immense courage. Paedon's openness can serve as a powerful example of how facing our darkest moments can lead to healing and, ultimately, a better future. A family moving forward. As for the Brown family, The incident is another chapter in their long and complicated story. But it's one that shows how they are learning to be more open, more vulnerable, and more accountable to one another. In the world of reality TV, where personal lives are often exploited for entertainment, the Brown family is showing the world that growth and healing are possible, no matter how difficult the journey may be. For Paedon, the road to redemption is ongoing. But through reflection, accountability, and time, he is working towards a future where he can finally forgive himself and rebuild his relationship with Gwendlyn. It's a painful chapter, but it's one that ultimately reflects the complexity of family dynamics, the depth of regret, and the strength it takes to make things right.